What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is episode 30 of the All Pro Jaffos. You see, you got us all here. We got the quarterback, CJ, sitting right here. We got DJ Matchsticks joining us today. Country K, the 6'10 beast from the Southeast, is with us. But then you see this box down here. And although he's a little bit away from his destination, he'll be on video recording soon. We have one of the great running backs to ever play in the NFL. He's a Hall of Famer, a Super Bowl champion, backbone of the greatest show on turf. The man has the most receiving yards by a running back in a single game with 204. The only player in NFL history to have 70-plus rushing and 30-plus receiving. First player in NFL history to gain 200 yards from scrimmage, 4 straight seasons from 98 to 01. I can go on and on about the records this man has, but we're just going to get right to it. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome former Colt, former Ram, Marshall Faulk. What is going on, Marshall? Superman. Nice to have you.
What up, fellas? What up, fellas? What's going on? What's going on? How we doing, man?
Oh, it's again, man, it's still surreal that this is even happening right now, but I'm so happy that you decided to join us today. Real quick, obviously you're known as Superman for everyone in the NFL who's ever watched you play, ever, seen a highlight of you knows you as Superman. But we initially met on a group text with who you know as Swanee, Curtis Shearer.
Mm-hmm.
And in that group text, when he introduced you as Rush.
Right on.
Now, I'd never heard that nickname before. I'm sure the guys here never.
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
Oh,
that's like, yeah. You gotta know somebody to know that name.
Oof. So then that's one of those nicknames that I probably should have kept on the hush hush.
You put it out there now, but it makes sense, right?
I mean, absolutely. Like, I'm pretty sure Rush is kind of self-explanatory, but how did that nickname pretty much come to be for you?
Oh man, let's say we was playing University of Pacific. In like 2.5 quarters, I got the ball 37 times, rushed for about 400 yards and 7 touchdowns, and therein lied the name.
2.5 quarters?
About 2.5 quarters, yeah.
Oh my Lord!
Didn't play the first, didn't finish the fourth.
Was that one of those games they just kind of threw you in there just to see how you would do and wowing the whole nation pretty much, or how did that?
No. So the starter at the time, I was a freshman. The starter at the time was the guy who was all Western Conference. He was like runner up, and he's a punt returner. And I mean, he played like the first quarter and he got hurt returning a punt, like first play of the second quarter. And then I went in, and then the game got out of hand, and I didn't finish the fourth quarter. So that was it.
And then from there on, it was the birth of a legend, huh?
Pretty much.
I mean, at San Diego State, everybody knows pretty much you were being recruited as a corner. Everywhere else, for some odd reason, San Diego State decided to give you that running back scholarship. Ended up having a record to this day, 87 catches for 1048 received. It seems to be a pattern, especially now in the modern day era, the way running backs are playing nowadays. You were the blueprint. You were the guy that everyone kind of looks at nowadays and goes, we want that guy. We want that style of running back throughout the. Did you know at the time that you were going to be such a catalyst, such a, how do you say, a foundation for running backs for today?
Yeah, I'm not gonna take credit for that. You know, at no point in time can I say that that was me. I mean, you got to think about who's before me. Thurman Thomas, Ronnie Harmon. Um, oh my God, Roger Craig. Uh, there's so many guys that caught the Larry Centers. There's so many guys that caught the ball out of the backfield. You know, if I did something, I think my coaching and what I was, just how I was bred to play, was to just be a football player and allow my athletic ability to just be that. Um, that's more than anything, you know, what I wanted to do. I didn't want to be put in the box. You know, in high school, it's crazy. Think about it, right? How the origin of football start when you're little. Either your brother or your uncle or your dad, they throw the ball to you, you catch it, you throw it back.
Yeah.
How in the heck did somebody, running backs can't catch? How do you play football and can't catch? That's how the damn game starts. That's the origin of the game. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Oh, he can't catch. What? That doesn't even sound right.
Just, so yeah, it's just running backs have always had that mantra of the guy who just runs the ball, and yeah, like you said, just if you can't catch, you probably should be playing defense. But for you, obviously, running back was where you wanted to play.
Yes,
So
without a doubt.
you let go of going to major schools. I believe LSU, Miami were two schools that were on that list, and San Diego State, like we said, was the only school that offered you a running back spot. What was it that was cemented in your mind at that point that running back was going to be the spot? Instead of going to a big school and just playing corner the way they wanted you to, what was it that said, you know what, I'm going to go to this school, I'm going to play running back and, you know, do great things? Like what was it? What was your motivation? What was the player, the athlete that you used to look up to in order that gave you that motivation to play running back the whole time?
Yeah, you know, it wasn't really a player or an athlete. It was more or less. I knew I had the most fun with the ball in my hand. I mean, running back, I enjoyed making people miss, running away from people, and that's what I wanted to do. So when I looked at even playing defensive back, you know, the fun aspect about playing defensive back was intercepting the ball, and then I got a chance to run it.
Yeah, and then
So I was like,
and scoring
here's
touchdowns.
another opportunity. So
Yeah.
I like returning punts because I got to return the ball. So all of it kind of fit in, and it was just like, all right, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to do, and so it led to me knowing that playing running back was where I wanted to, where I was. Here's the thing, where I was most happy.
Okay. So there was, without a doubt, there was no other position that you could, if, well, I mean, obviously this didn't happen, but the possibility if no schools were to give you a running back spot and every single school was the only offer that they were giving you was DB, would you have taken that offer and then during your like training camps and everything like that through college, try to show them, hey, I can play running back too, and kind of move your way that way? Or what was the backup plan just in case you didn't get any offers to play running back?
Well, it wasn't a backup plan. I wasn't even worried about that. If I had to play corner, I mean that wasn't a problem. Listen, man, I had 11 interceptions and I returned five of them for touchdowns my senior year in high school. So if it was DB, it was DB. It was just where did I have the most fun? That's how that was for me. So I wasn't really worried about, I wasn't really worried about any of the other stuff. You got to think about it. I'm a kid. I'm from the Desire Housing Projects in New Orleans. Man, any scholarship is better than what, where I was, what I was doing at the time.
Mm.
So I wasn't really thinking about any of that other stuff. It was like, man, this is an opportunity for me to get out of the projects and get and play ball and get a college degree. I'm not turning this down. Now, the fact that I knew what I wanted to do and the position I wanted to play, that was awesome.
Mm.
But I wasn't gonna be stupid. Oh no, I ain't going. I ain't playing. Nah, that wasn't an option.
You would be surprised. I've actually met some people who have done that, who have actually
They lied.
chosen to
No, they.
they claimed that they had gotten a scholarship to go play DB somewhere, but he wanted to play quarterback, so he went to a JUCO instead.
Okay, all right. But he got a
Didn't end up.
scholarship. He went somewhere else though.
Yeah, he did. But I mean,
Yeah.
did you guys have JUCO options and stuff back then? Was that even on
Oh
your
yeah.
radar at the point?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, that was an option. Without a doubt, it was an option. Yes, it was an option, but I mean, I wasn't considering it.
I mean, you had already had offers to go everywhere else. I mean, why would you at that point, really?
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
So you get drafted number 2 to the Colts overall out of San Diego State, which in most people's eyes, even to this day, it's a relatively smaller school. So that's obviously a huge thing. You were up for the Heisman 3 times. Unfortunately, came short. Do you think at that point for Heisman, obviously playing for San Diego State was a big thing. You played with Sean Payton and then Oz Hakeem, who you ended up playing with the Rams with. It's just from there, do you feel like if you would have had a bigger name on your jersey, like the bigger school, then the Heisman wouldn't have been a problem?
Oh, you know what, man? I don't even know. That's a good question, but I never really gave that any thought. I'll be honest with you. I literally, I knew where I went. I knew when I went there that that's where I wanted to go to school. Man, I enjoyed being there. I mean, it was the best experience that it was the best experience. I mean, couldn't have gotten any better. I mean, I'm telling you, it was awesome. And I don't think there was a school that could have did any more for me than what I did on the field. And as it's a East Coast award, man. They like what they like what they like,
true.
and that's how it is.
Yeah. So Caleb, what you got for me?
I have one question. Yeah, I just want to thank you for being on the show today, and it means a lot, especially because I see my brother working so hard for this stuff, and I should be on there more. But as a Colts fan, it hurts knowing they traded you for what basically could be compared to nowadays as a bag of balls for a Hall of Famer. When you left Indy, how big was the chip on your shoulder, and did you know your tenure with the Rams would turn out as it did?
You know what, man? I didn't know. I had no idea. I just knew that my time in Indy was up. You know, I knew that. Things wasn't how I wanted them to be. Got lied to, and I was just ready to go. It was time for a change. You know, as a young man when you need a change, and I know I needed a change. I knew it.
Definitely relate to that.
So you get traded to the Rams. That year you get traded to the Rams is the birth of the greatest show on turf. Now, the numbers that you guys put up and the amount of the turnaround, basically, because up until that point, the Rams hadn't had a winning season in over a decade. So you get to the Rams. When you got there, what was the locker room feel? Did you feel like, hey, we might actually have something here? Like we might actually be able to work with something? Like how was the locker room feel in St. Louis compared to what you were seeing in Indy? Do you still got him? Is he still here? Uh-oh. Are you there?
Oh.
Oh, is it?
One more time.
Okay. I was saying
Say that again. Yep, can you hear me?
Oh, there he goes. There he is.
Yes,
Ladies and
sir.
gentlemen, the face, Marshall Faulk. So you get to St. Louis. You know, like I said, it's the birth of the greatest show on turf. You have a hell of a career there in St. Louis, breaking records. Second guy to go for 1,000, 2,400 yards in one year from scrimmage, which up until that point was the record at that point. When you got to St. Louis, what was that locker room feel? Because like I said, they hadn't won a game or had a winning season in like over a decade. So when you got there, did you have that feel of we might actually have something here, or what was the locker room feel in St. Louis compared to Indy?
Nah, it wasn't good. So here's the true story. So the year before, we scrimmaged the Rams. Actually, let me see. The year before, yeah, we scrimmaged the Rams, and I mean we roughed up on them in Champaign, Illinois, at the University of Illinois, and after we roughed up on them, we left. Practice was over, and Dick Vermeil had them out there practicing like another hour. And I was like, man, that's crazy. And then and then we played them. We played them one time, and they came down, and I put up about 220 and like 4 touches on them. And I'm like, man. And then I get traded to this team. I'm thinking to myself, man, this is not going to be good. But when I got in the locker room, my agent talked me into going to mini camp because I was like, I ain't going here. This is not good. Not a good situation. And I literally remember like showing up in camp, young Torrey Holt, and then me and Isaac Bruce, we knew each other from a Pro Bowl that he had made, and I knew a couple more guys, and we just kind of started, we after practice more than normal, we hung out. Normally after minicamp, guys would go their own way. But we hung out and just started talking about like what it would be like, you know, if we pulled it together. And those conversations started to happen, and what we had to do and what we needed to do. And so I remember after that mini camp, I told my agent, I was like, yeah, we gotta get this done. If we can get this done, this will be nice. And so and then there it was, you know, that's how it started.
So the mini camp that you initially didn't want to go to actually turned out to change your mind about the team. That's awesome. So the greatest show on turf, obviously, initially the guy was Trent Green, and then Kurt Warner, the bag boy, the guy who was bagging groceries not too long before that point, comes in and becomes.
Hey man, be careful! Don't talk about my quarterback like that. Don't talk about my quarterback like that.
I'm just saying the facts, what he was before, just putting it out there. So,
hey, listen, he was Arena League MVP and World League MVP too.
Right.
Don't forget
All right,
that.
put some respect on that name.
Yeah.
But so talking about Kurt Warner, what was your first initial reaction to him?
Oh man, he was trash. Because what Mike Martz did was he didn't coach the starter. He coached through the starter. He coached through the backup to the starter. He never told the starter anything. He always had something to say to the backup, whatever he wanted the starter to hear. So we just thought Kurt was just awful, man. We just like, oh, man, this dude, he can't get right. But we didn't know that was Mike's style at the time. But it was, yeah, man, it was funny. It was hilarious. But once Kurt became a guy, and that changed for Mike, and Mike said, "Nah, we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. 13's okay." And I was like, "Man, I don't know what you're talking about. You was better than okay."
I would say so. That year, getting you guys a Super Bowl and taking you guys to another after that, I would definitely say, I mean, Hall of Fame career. I would say this guy.
You know what?
Sure.
At first, I wasn't paying attention why you were talking about my quarterback like that, but I see that goal rush behind you.
Oh.
Now it all makes sense.
Oh, he's definitely hurt. He's definitely hurt.
No.
You hurt his feelings.
Okay. I was gonna save this for the end of the show. I was gonna save this for the end of the show, but
that's why you got a farewell to Candlestick banner and a gold rush. Really?
Yeah.
You mad, huh?
He is hurt.
Oh, Marshall, if you only knew. The guys know this story. So look, I was initially a Rams fan. I was. I'm from Del Rio, Texas.
As a kid.
High school. The high school mascot is the Rams. So because of that, I was a fan of the Rams. Big fan of you. Big fan of everything else. Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce, everything else that was going on there. You left. I started losing interest. My stepfather is a 49er fan. Started learning the history about that and just.
Hold on 1 second. I hope that he got you on board when Harbaugh got there, because before then. Is that when it happened?
No, I was there before Harbaugh.
Yeah.
I got there before Harbaugh.
Like 3 years.
Yeah.
Like
Tim Rattay, Jeff Garcia, all of them. Yes.
Oh,
I was there for all of that.
Thank you.
Yes.
All of my boxes have been checked this episode. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'm just saying.
Thank you.
I am so disappointed in you. Serious.
I learned the history. I fell in love with Joe and
Joe
Roger
wasn't
Craig.
even playing.
I
What are you talking
understand
about?
that. I'm a history guy, so I felt, Ronnie Lott, who I've met a few times, great
Wasn't
guy.
even playing. You
I
talking about guys who weren't even playing.
I understand that, but that
You probably never
learning the
even saw him
history of
play. You probably never
listening.
even saw him play.
I-
What are you talking about?
There's
You
no
never even
way
saw
I'm
him
winning.
play.
There's no
What is
way
this?
I'm winning.
You never even saw him play.
You're not, and it's glorious. This is glorious. So can we move on? Can we move on from him? I mean, I'm a Tampa fan. I grew up in Florida. I've seen all my favorite players play. So
I'm a history guy. What can I say? I apologize.
oh man,
I apologize
great.
for being a history.
this is great.
Kay, what was the
Oh,
question you
man.
had for him, Kay?
All right, so sorry, I'm sitting outside on the front porch, but all right, so this is from Nathan, my teammate. He asked, because he's a Rams fan, all his life and all that stuff. He asked, who was your favorite player of all time, like growing up and all that stuff, and then who was your favorite player or team to play against?
So I didn't really have a favorite player. I just liked the position of running back. So it didn't matter what team you played for. I always liked to watch the running back operate. That was always like my spot. And my favorite team to play against was the 49ers.
I knew it.
Oh, that's great.
I knew
That's
it.
great.
Always.
I love
Always.
that. Thank you.
You killed them every time. I know. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna tell you guys a story, all right? Just I'm gonna kind of clue you guys in on something.
Okay.
So part of my childhood, I watched Joe Montana and Jerry Rice torment me because I'm from New Orleans. I'm a Saints fan. I grew up a Saints fan, all right? And when I got to the league, I wanted nothing but to beat the 49ers every time I played them. And then I got traded to play them twice a year, and I was like, oh my God, it does not get any better than this. And I thought it went away. And I retired. I was playing in a Madden flag football game, and I'm on defense, and I'm playing an inside linebacker. And I watched so many games, and Montana's quarterbacking, and he looked at Jerry Rice and gave him the slant nod. And I was like, I said, oh my God, no, he's not about to throw the slant. I jumped the slant route and picked it off and ran it back for a touchdown, first play of the game.
He said, not
Montana to Rice my ass.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
Real
Oh, that was
story.
great.
Real story, man.
No,
Real story.
That's awesome.
I swear, I hope I can find that footage. I want to see
I'm so happy just to hear this story, even though it is against my team. That's a hilarious story to hear. So, Matt Sticks, DJ Matt Sticks, what you got for him, bro?
What's going on? Great to meet you. Glad you're on the show. It's an honor and a pleasure. My question is, like, post NFL, do you feel like you accomplished everything that you wanted to do in the NFL?
Oh man, I'm gonna say I did more. You know, guys will tell you all this stuff. It's lies. You know, getting there was the dream was to get there. All the things I did once I got there, all of that was extra, man. As a kid, getting out of the ghetto, getting a chance to play football, that's a dream. It's a dream come true. And then to not just get to do it, but get to do it at a high level. Not just to get to do it at a high level, but to make it to the Hall of Fame and all of that stuff. That's just all of that's extra. MVP, Super Bowl, that's extra, man. But getting a chance to be there, getting a chance to live out a dream. Too many people in this world, they stop dreaming. And I actually can say that a dream that I had as a little kid, I got a chance to live it out. People don't see their dreams through. And I'm fortunate to not only do that, but to do it at a high level.
Absolutely. Well said. So let's go to, after retirement, today's game. COVID has been obviously a huge thing throughout this country, and it's changed things dramatically throughout the landscape of the NFL, how protocols are taken. But one of the things that's been highlighted most this season so far have been all the injuries that have been happening these last 3 weeks. Now, how big, or could you contribute those injuries to the fact that they didn't have a preseason, like no legitimate training camp? Like, is that, because I've heard players over the radio stuff say, oh, we don't need preseason, you know, some of them don't really want to do training camp, but is that such a big factor to where it results if you don't have a good training camp, if you don't have a legitimate preseason, that things like that can happen because you don't necessarily get your body right?
Well, let me say this. I can understand not having a preseason, but you need a training camp, and you also need an off season. They didn't have neither. They didn't have a preseason nor an off season. Think about it. So this is a lot, and the league can pretend like I love it. They're gonna pretend like, oh, this is normal. They're gonna give you some stat. Watch on the games coming up this week. They're gonna give you some stat like, oh, normal amount of guys getting hurt in week 3 of the season. BS. Hey man,
that list is too dang long, man.
Let's keep the TV rolling. Let's keep the games going. You know what I'm saying? The machine got to keep rolling, and that's how it is. But we all know what it is. We all know what it is. It is what it is. Don't let your eyes and ears fool you. You know, it's like right now we sitting here, we doing this. We could be watching the debate of Dumb and Dumber, but we here doing this. You know, because we don't want to waste our time with that crap. But you know, don't be fooled by what you know, based on what they say.
So what would you say is the biggest difference from today's game to when you played? When you played, you, Roger, Craig, Thurman, all the other guys that you mentioned were pretty much blueprints for how NFL running backs, you know, play the game today. But the rule sets are obviously different.
Yeah, you're damn right. They can hit your ass, but you can get hit. You can get hit. Back in the day, you can get hit. All right.
So then at that point, do you think if
wasn't no defenseless receiver.
So if, let's just say that if the greatest show on turf were to play in today's game, you guys were already the most prolific offense the NFL had ever seen. If y'all were to play in this day and age, you go undefeated, break every record possible? Is that
I'm not gonna do that, man. I'm just, you know, here's the reality. I'm a living reality. I'm not going to pretend like it is what it is. You know, I used to hate when the players used to say, "Oh, if they're the player, when they're the player," I was like, those grumpy old men. I'm not going to be them. I'm just going to give these young dudes their accolades and say, "Hey, man, you playing in the game. They calling that stuff now. Enjoy it. Yeah. It is what it is. You know, rules change."
Absolutely. So this was NC, one of our other Jaffo co-hosts, wasn't able to join us today. His question.
How many co-hosts y'all have? How many hosts y'all have on this damn show?
It's five of us
Damn.
total.
There's
It's
five
five
of us.
total.
Damn.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, for what?
Yeah.
Shit. What are y'all, like the Brady Bunch or some shit like that?
hey, we'll rename the show if that's what you want.
What's wrong? Y'all afraid y'all gonna run out of questions or something?
No, I mean, it's just
Oh, man.
all five of us have, come together, wanted to get a show together. So, I mean, that's just how it turned out.
Damn, you damn near don't need a guess if you have 5 people. Shit.
I mean, but when we have you, it's like, come on now. That's much better than anybody would want to look at our 5 ugly mugs.
All right, okay. All right. I got you.
So,
I got you. Thanks for the compliment. I appreciate that.
His question for you was, right now, who's your favorite running back to watch in today's game?
Damn, you're not even hearing me get a question? Shit.
We're gonna clip that and send that right to him.
Most definitely. Nah, man, let's just it's hard to not like what Christian McCaffrey, and let me just tell you guys, man, to do what he did last year with some bums at quarterback, oh my God. You guys don't understand how much work that is. That's some real work right there.
Definitely new definition.
That's some real work right there.
Because he, like you said, he was the only guy touching the football. Might as well have him at quarterback running Wildcat the whole time.
Yeah.
It was insane the amount of work he was putting in. But he just, it's nothing. His endurance is insane, in my opinion. The guy can just go. His motor.
All right, now you're rubbing it in, Josh. You're rubbing it in because I see him twice a year in Tampa. So,
Oh, you saw a lot of them too last year.
Yeah, I lost a lot of them. Because Jameis definitely gave him opportunities. Definitely gave him opportunities.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Oh, man. Marshall, once again, it's been awesome having you on. We got one listener question who wants to, all the questions that we've had people submit any questions that they would have had for you. We decided to go with this one. This one's from Damon Farr. His question for you is, how did the motivation and the team's motivation differ in the season following a Super Bowl win versus a Super Bowl loss?
Man, that's a tricky question. I don't remember, They're the same, except one you're defending and the other one you're trying to get back. It's it's like, it's the difference in being the best and being second best. I mean, it's like when you're second best, you're the first loser. Shit, that's the reality of it.
Yeah.
And when you're the best, you're the best. That's the mindset. It's like you can't be any closer than that.
Absolutely. Thank you, Damon, for that question. Again, Marshall, we can't thank you enough for being on the show. You've given us more than enough time, that we could have completely asked for. Like, it's just
it's all good, man. It's
absolute
all good.
honor to have you on the show. Hopefully you like us enough. You might want to come back, have another conversation, just shoot the shit back and forth, whatever it is you want to do. You're always welcome to come back to the show.
It'll be a requirement that you don't have that 49ers stuff back there.
Okay, so next time, next time, I will take it all down. I promise you. Come on, next time I will take it all down.
Burn it.
Nah, it's all good. Actually, this year I'm gonna want you to keep it up.
Yeah, well, I mean, yes. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
A lot of injuries on this side. A lot of injuries on this side.
That's how we looked last year.
Yeah, so,
Mhm.
I mean, the Rams right now
Okay.
are looking a whole lot better than what we would have anticipated. To be honest with you.
Well, it depends if you're a 49er fan. You were anticipating the worst.
And that's not what happened.
That's going to be the title of this show. Marshall Falk roasts the shit out of JP all show. That's what's going to be.
It's all good, man.
I love it. I love it.
All right, Marshall. Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen. Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champion, Marshall Falk. Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
All right, fellas. Y'all have a good one,
Thank
man.
you.
Y'all be safe
Absolutely. You too.
and be blessed. Right
Will
on.
do.
Same to you.
Awesome. Absolutely.
Holy shit! How many? I need a
Oh
cigarette,
my
bro.
God.
That guy had,
Bro,
oh shit! I need a cigarette.
bro.
Oh,
Yo, that's
I'm
the
about to
most humble
cry.
man I've ever met, bro. Like that's crazy.
Seriously. Seriously. No, seriously.
Like
That
what?
went 10
There were even some
times
tricky
better than
questions
I could have
and
been completely anticipated.
holy
No,
shit.
I was on the highway. I had to mute my mic and I muted the picture and everything, but I was on the highway coming over here. When I tell you, when he flipped that, and what the fuck did he say? Like the very first funny comment he said, like had me dying laughing. Fuck, I don't remember. I gotta go smoke something now. I gotta smoke something. That was fucking glorious.
Yeah.
That
When
was
we
fucking
get into
glorious.
editing, we got to clip a whole lot of those videos to be able to put those out because that was a hell of a conversation right there.
Yeah, that was too many. That's too many clips.
He gave us good stories.
Yeah.
You know, hung out, shoot the shit, roasting me. I didn't think that was gonna happen, but hey, fuck it. I can say
That was
Marshall
beautiful.
Falk roasted me on my podcast. That's good.
And
I
he
can say that.
he sounded like me. Like that's what made it so great for me.
Yeah, but
He
see, here's
sounds
the
just like me
difference.
talking shit about your team.
Yeah, but here's
I
the
got it.
difference.
He's all of fame.
Here's the
I got it.
difference.
He's all
He
of fame.
played against my team, and he's a Hall of Famer. You're just shooting shit out your ass. That's what you do.
It is not out my ass. It is off the TV screen that we will call the toilet bowl that I have to watch when your team is playing.
Against your team?
Nah. I mean,
I
we no
should have
longer
asked
have.
him.
We no have.
You say-
When he co-signed the fucking Jameis giving the ball to fucking Christian, I was like, yes, thank you, thank you. I don't feel bad anymore for the slander I give this man. I feel like I go too hard sometimes.
Anymore? You have never
Yeah.
felt bad about slander of Jameis Winston ever.
I have. After the episode, and I get to myself, and I'm smoking by myself, I'm like, damn, I might have went too hard for this man on this show. I might have went too hard on this man. But then it's like he just said that all 30 episodes. I am not mad no more. Like it's all cool for me. Like fuck, he sucks.
I should have asked him who he was going to pick for Thursday's game for the Jets and the Broncos, but I don't think that would have been worth.
I'm gonna tell you right now. That's to quote another Hall of Famer that's played on your team and Mass 16. Ain't nobody care about that. On my prime time. Ain't nobody care about that.
Dude, that was absolutely insane. Like I'm still like in shock that even happened, to be completely honest with you.
No, fuck that. I was like,
Bring us out with you.
Huh?
Bring us out with you. You heard me.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
The computer's gonna die. I gotta go.
This guy.
Oh, come here.
This will be the part where we edit out to put the commercial.
No, we gotta leave the bodega cat. That's hilarious.
You know what I was thinking though? I'm looking at this going, he's gonna say something about it. He's gonna say something about it. It's like I know he's gonna say something about. Yep. There it is. Just
He said, "Hold on, you got this farewell candlestick and gold rush."
Bro, you know what's so funny about that shit?
Roasted.
Josh, you talk shit about my team, but the last year of Candlestick Park, my Bucks beat the shit out of y'all.
that's cute.
20.
It's cute. We went to the playoffs. Where did you guys go?
At halftime, that shit was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, but we made the playoffs and went to the NFC Championship that year. Where did you guys go?
Shit.
Leave my cigarette.
I rolled the windows down in the car and I can't hear y'all.
Yeah,
All
but
right,
no,
there
that's
it
going to
is.
be the
Now
title
I'm
of the
back. I
episode.
can hear you guys.
That's going to be the title of the episode. Marshall Falk
Yeah.
roasts JP. That's going to be, or we could just have his name and then put that in the description. But either way,
Yo, that shit was hilarious.
that was awesome. That was absolutely awesome. The stories that he was giving, the truth that he was giving about Kurt Warner, giving me shit, then say, yeah, he was trash.
Straight up said he was trash.
Hey, you
Don't
took
talk
my
about
bag
quarterback
boy.
like that. He said, "Don't
You
talk
took
about
my
quarterback."
bag boy line and said it to him. That shit was so funny. I was dying. I was like,
Hey.
no, Josh, don't do it.
You owe me. I just took a bullet for your ass.
I didn't tell you to do that. I did not tell you to do that.
It was
That's
just
in the group chat.
It was in the moment, man. It was in the moment. I had to ask him about Kurt Warner. Like, what was his initial thoughts? Like, I didn't know he was going to go on that and say that, but he gave us a story about how he picked off Joe Montana because he knows that he was going to throw the just the stories the man was giving us.
That shit was great.
Nothing but gold.
That shit was great. I swear to you, if I find that flag football game, bro, you don't understand how hard I'm about to look for this flag football game.
You gotta get deep into the
I'm
internet
gonna
now.
try to get as much as I can. Hey, fam, I got his Pacific game, fam.
That's true.
The exact same clip NFL Network used.
Yep. That's true. Oh, man.
So,
I mean, again, man. I wasn't going to tell him the story of how I became a 49er fan until the end, but he kind of forced my hand on that one. So.
forced the shit out your hand. And I tried to save you, but he kept bouncing back like, fuck the Niners. I promise you. I'm like, yo, I'm from Florida, Tampa Bay fan. I tried to save you.
He went as far as to say he made it his mission to destroy the 49ers as soon as he got into the NFL. Then he got to play them twice a week, and that was good enough for him. That just unbelievable. Dude, I'm still like in shock. That was a hell of a conversation. I really do hope we can have him on again soon because that was pretty cool. Good conversation. Like you said, Kip, humble as hell. You know, just relaxed in his answers and conversations and everything like that. It's just hell of a dude.
And never taking credit for like anything. You know what I mean? Like that stuff. Like
I was trying to get a soundbite out of him, but
damn, bro.
Tried to get a soundbite out of him, but no.
Taking credit for that, like
he's too much of a professional for me to have gotten to him like that. He's had too many interviews to fall into that type of trap.
Most definitely.
But
all of his life.
Unbelievable.
That's crazy.
Unbelievable.
I honestly expected him to be like, you know, like especially when you were like, you know, how, because that's what NFL teams look for nowadays. Guys like Marshall fucking Falk, like, you know, like.
I mean, he said he was being humble with his answer, you know, saying there's Roger Craig and Thurman and everybody. But everybody knows, like, legitimately, if you're asking somebody else who's not him.
That was a game changer. Like, that was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was like Michael Vick showing up. It was like, oh, shit. Like,
yeah, it was.
This guy changed the fucking game.
He did. For sure. I thought he literally said, I'm not going to speculate about if the greatest show on let's be freaking real. If the greatest show on turf were to play in this day and age, We're talking records that would never be broken.
I mean, you can't touch a single receiver now. Are you kidding me?
Exactly. Isaac
Man,
Bruce,
Isaac Bruce,
Torrey Holt.
they would have a field day.
You mean to tell me Marshall Faulk has a 5-yard cushion? Oh, it's over. It's over. But again, man, the stories that if he ends up listening to the full podcast of this, once again, Marshall, thank you so much. And again, I do really want to thank, and I've been doing it since we got the initial text. If you haven't heard the story on how this whole thing came to be, go to the next episode. I'm not talking about that again. But I do want to thank Coach Swanee for helping set that up, because that was dream come true, man. It literally did come like full circle. Big time fan of that man my entire life, to come and have an interview with him like that. You know, just laughing, having a good time, having a good conversation, talking shit back at the bit. Beautiful. More than anything that I could have ever asked. You know, so that was absolutely amazing. Thank you, Coach Swanee. Thank you, Marshall Faulk. I think, shit, dude, I mean, there's games coming up, but we'll talk about it on Friday, because the game that's coming up this Thursday ain't even worth mentioning, to be completely honest with you.
Ain't nobody care about that.
Tuesdays are normally our weekend recap days, but today was such an important day. Obviously, Marshall Faulk was joining the show. You know, so that happened. Next Tuesday, we'll be back. Tuesday recaps. This Friday, going to be going over our predictions for Sunday and Monday, how everything could look out, can turn out.
Hey, do you want to talk about this past weekend?
Past weekend.
What about
Lamar Jackson sucked.
Like we normally recap these past games. We didn't talk about the games at all.
Yeah.
I'm still in shock, bro. Y'all want to talk about? Okay, we'll talk about the games. We'll talk about the games.
Let's talk about them really quickly. Go brief, like all the good ones, you know. Firstly, I'll start. Firstly, Joe Burrow tied. He was out there balling his ass off. Who did he play? The Chargers? They played the Chargers, right? Who did Joe Burrow play?
So.
They played Chargers,
No,
tied with the Chargers.
Cleveland.
No, Eagles.
Cleveland, yes.
No,
Eagles.
Yeah.
It was a
Eagles.
sorry ass team. It don't matter.
Yeah.
That's why I said Joe Burrow tied. Like he's out there balling. Update on Joe Burrow. We don't care about the other team. To be honest with you, at least I don't. Moving on, we can talk about last week's game of the week. Sorry, Mad Sticks. I'm sorry. I'm apologizing now. We got to talk about the Seattle-Dallas game.
Hey.
You see how to mention the Cowboys during the episode.
Hey, real shit.
I wasn't finna get roasted.
Hey, who is number 72?
Working with Marshall.
Yeah.
Who is number 72 on Dallas?
Man, to be honest with you, I haven't watched no football this year.
Well, whoever number 72 is, that dude and his mama is a hoe.
I've been so caught up in.
No. I went that far.
What?
To get, he's the one who gator-rolled Carson at the end.
Oh.
And just walked off like nothing happened. Dirty, cheap shit, bro. Leave it to the Cowboys. Oh, we're going to lose this game. Might as well take out their running back. He was also the same guy who went helmet to helmet trying to take out Russell Wilson.
All factuals.
So.
But I was going to go in a different direction. Go ahead.
What do you say, Matt Sticks?
Oh, no, I was trying to look up to see who it was. Like I said, I ain't got a chance this year to watch football. You know, I've been dealing with all these protests, so I haven't got a chance to watch no football this year. I set my fantasy team on who I think gonna win, and that's about as much football excitement as I get.
Oh, good. You doing the work right now. So
yeah.
Doing what needs to be done.
But no, I watched that game, bro. It was a real good game, to be all the way honest with you. It was a real good game. I thought Russell was gonna go off, but y'all did a good job. Y'all did a
I
good
mean,
job.
he
It was
did
solid.
for 37. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't gonna go that far.
It's the third year in a row I had MVP on my team. You
Hey,
gonna win it
can
this
we
year.
talk about how shitty the Falcons are?
Yo, the guys who fall asleep after the third quarter.
Dude, I
weeks in a
told
row.
you.
They all just go back to the bus.
No, let's skip this. I just want to get to the point of I told you that the Falcons suck. You said we had the best division in the league earlier before the season started. I told you we didn't. I said it's just us and the Saints. There are no other teams in our division. It's only Christian McCaffrey in Carolina, and they have shit in the Falcons. Matt Ryan, Matty Ice has no protection. He has no protection. The run game is bullshit. And Julio was hurt, so he only had Calvin Ridley out there, really.
I'm going to say Julio wants out.
Well, even with Julio needs to go somewhere else.
Julio's going to want out.
I mean, he needs to
Julio
go
needs to
else.
go to Arizona, bro.
Why?
No.
Why does he need to go to Arizona?
Because Kyler Murray and Julio will be glorious. Look what he just did with D-Hop. D-Hop got 14 receptions the other week.
Julio and D-Hop, but hey, I see what you're trying to do here, Kay, and I don't like it.
What am I doing? What am I doing? Like,
Hey, you know what? Hey, I got enough from Marshall this episode. I don't need any shit from you anymore, okay? We can wait till Friday for your slander and bullshit coming out.
I'm not trying to talk shit about your Niners. I'm serious. Like, him and Kyler Murray will be a perfect fit. I'm dead serious. Like, Julio still has a lot of young person energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's still got a lot of heart and juice in him. They haven't drained him out.
Ball in the end zone, though.
Dude, he'll catch the ball before the end zone and run in that bitch. He'll run through the safety.
Or he'll just drop it.
Granted, Julio has been, like I said, he's losing his luster. He's losing his luster because he's starting to hate that shit.
He's scored what?
Josh Allen has scored more touchdowns this year than Julio has this year, last year, and I think the year before that.
Dude, he's starting to hate playing out there. He has no help like that.
Oh, yeah, he wants out.
He has no help. So I agree he wants out, but I'm telling you, him and Kyler would be beautiful together, bro. Him and Kyler, like, or Aaron Rodgers.
Guys like that need their touches. D-Hop needs their touches. D-Hop and Julio, I don't know how. I mean, it's a match made in heaven when you talk about wide receiver duos. But I mean,
Julio's going to the Chiefs.
He'll get less touches there.
What do you mean? He'll get more touches because they throw the ball like 50 times a game.
Granted,
no matter who he's going to. Patrick Mahomes don't care. He don't even have to look at you to throw his ball.
I agree. I agree with that, but I'm saying like he won't get the touches he'll get with Kyler, bro. Pat does let that shit go. I'm not gonna sit here and lie about that. Pat lets that fucking go.
Kyler runs more than Pat though.
Because D-Hop's covered and Larry's old.
So is he doing what Lamar Jackson's doing, just staring down the primary, and if he's not hoping, just take off?
No, Larry's old and these corners are faster, fam. Like they're kind of on Larry. Larry's getting his catches, but come on, bro. Larry ain't getting no separation, fam. Let's be honest with you.
No.
Larry
you're right.
He's getting no separation. So it's like he ain't looking at the primary.
It's been over. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's D-Hop, Larry. My tight end's pretty fucking bullshit, but I'm gonna try to see what he fucking does. Give him a couple catches because he ain't really gonna catch that bitch more than 3. And my other receivers is fucking ass. I'm taking off. Fuck this shit. I'm out. Fuck this shit. I'm out.
I just need that little bird just trotting him out, not giving a fuck.
Like bro, if he had fucking Julio in Arizona, dog. Oh my gosh, Kyler real deal go to the fucking. He'll definitely go to NFC fucking championship for sure.
I don't know if they can afford that.
Why couldn't they? They got rid of.
They just paid D-Hop.
they paid D-Hop, but college still on his rookie contract. He's still on his rookie contract. They got a bunch of bunch of dead weight.
Yeah, but after this
You
season,
can
if
get
he
Larry
keep
to
playing,
restructure.
they're gonna have to repay that man. They're gonna have to restructure that because he ain't going anywhere. Kyler
I
Murray's
agree.
staying for a while.
I
So
agree,
they're
but
definitely
he
gonna
would
have to
do
restructure that.
if the team shows signs that I'm a get players that'll fuck with you, that we fuck with you. You know what I mean? Like the team as an organization fucks with you.
Mm.
He'll do some Pat Mahomes friendly, team friendly ass contract. You get what I'm
I
saying?
ain't gonna lie to you.
It's not gonna be like Christian McCaffrey because that's all they got.
I don't see that in Kyler Murray, honestly. I feel like Kyler Murray gonna want that money because he got an MLB contract waiting too, and they gonna pay that man. They don't give.
I agree, but if he wanted just the money, he could have went to baseball. He could have went to baseball if he only wanted the money. You know what I'm saying? Baseball got way more cap than every team in the NFL.
They
Like
have
the
no cap.
sorriest team.
They have no cap.
That's my point. That is my point. I'm saying the sorriest team in the MLB has more spending money than the best team in the NFL. Most fucking rich team, whatever the fuck. That's what I'm trying to get out. The richest team in the NFL. Either way,
the MLB's
I don't think it's about
quote
that.
unquote salary cap is all based on how much money the actual team is making.
I got that. But
team is making a shitload of money, like the Yankees, they can afford to pay.
That's why Oakland sucks.
Exactly. Oakland's always trying to save money. They're charging their players $1.50 for soda. What you talking about?
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, y'all looking at the wrong thing. First off, you getting slandered because you're a fucking Giants fan. So
hey, they suck this year too. I'm not ready to say that.
I got that. We already know y'all ass. We're not even gonna discuss it. But at the same time, I'm just saying.
Like 4 years.
I'm telling you, bro. I don't think Kyler's a selfish asshole, fam. You also got things for Oklahoma quarterbacks too, so we gotta get that out there too.
That's why I'm saying he's an asshole.
And I kind of figured you was a Longhorn.
Yeah,
I don't think you ventured off too far in college too. I figured both y'all was Longhorns.
He's a duck.
I'm a duck, homie.
You a duck? Oh my god.
Yeah. My mascot's name is Puddles. You want to fight about it? Let's go.
I don't, because Puddles is just as dope as Sebastian. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Puddles savage, bro.
Puddles is
dope.
Puddles is to college football what Blue, the Colts mascot, is to NFL. Just a badass.
Oh, maybe.
Puddles is like top 3 favorite mascots in all college.
I agree. Look, I like Puddles. I like Sebastian first, but I like Puddles too.
Sebastian Hurricane.
Yes, sir. But anyway,
that's the most generic-looking Disney duck I've ever seen in my life.
Sebastian?
No, fucking Puddles.
Don't look at my duck.
Hey, Phil, you talking about Puddles?
Puddles
is
Donald
like
Duck.
Donald Duck's.
He is Donald Duck in green.
Bro, Donald Duck is still with the ass.
I'm not saying I'm just saying.
Hey, but either way,
Sebastian looks like one of those shitty Popeye handwritten or hand-drawn cartoon-looking.
Hold on, whoa, fella.
Squared up beak and a
whoa, fella.
Eyebrows that don't match the mascot. Like what's going on?
He's jumping off the cliff, coach. He's jumping off the cliff. First off, you have a cow.
I think his duck got a unibrow.
We have a longhorn who would kill your duck.
You have a cow.
Don't fuck with Bevo. Don't fuck with Bevo.
First up, you have a cow.
Right.
You have a cow.
Don't fuck
you
with
have
Bevo.
a cow.
Longhorn, damn it.
It's a cow.
You put some respect on Bevo. It is not a fucking cow. It is a longhorn.
You have an in-shaped cow.
It is a longhorn bull.
You don't. No, you have a cow. You have a cow.
Puff as hell.
You have a cow. Matter of fact, you have an anorexic.
Yeah, but he's our cow. Hell nah. He's beefy.
Stocky motherfucker. That bull's stock goes for millions, bro.
Let's do it like this. What's the next top team that's probably gonna lose? I'm saying you guys.
The Niners.
Top undefeated team?
We can
Do
do
we even have any more
NCAA
undefeated teams?
I think the
because we're talking
Titans will
about
be the
football.
next one to lose.
I don't even know
Titans because they got
You
COVID.
don't even know if the
That's
Titans are
fucked up.
playing this week.
Titans are playing this week. Oh, no, that's right.
They had like three players tested positive for COVID,
That is right.
but they don't know if they got it in Minnesota or if they got it in
Vikings
Tennessee.
do too.
They got to
But
check the whole team. Yeah, they shut down all their facilities.
Tennessee, yeah, they had nobody. It was complete virtual today. They're virtually preparing for this thing. This game.
So then, yeah, for sure.
Saturday is the day that they're allowed back.
So then, if the Titans still end up playing this week, they're going to lose.
Bigger possibility. I'm just saying it's a bigger possibility that they end up not even playing this week. Yeah. Or just or just scratching the schedule and not playing.
I think they would switch bye weeks.
But there's also talks of teams that are not really projected to go anywhere, that they're just saying we'll just give them a 14-game season, a shorter season, and the teams that are expected to go, they'll play a full season.
How would they designate that? How do you designate that after 3 weeks?
Stupid. It's stupid, but, I mean, that's what they're talking about.
Jets, sure, but it's like...
I mean, I know I'm playing 16.
We could only because you have TD.
We're 2-1 family.
Yeah, I know, but like
12.
if you didn't have TD, y'all
And
nobody
that's the
would
reason
even
why
talk
we're
about that.
2-1. That's the reason why we're 2-1. I mean, it is all right. Cool. I get that we got Brady and all that.
Y'all
so
wouldn't even be sniffing prime time if it wasn't for freaking Brady.
I agree. If we had Jameis and they re-signed Jameis, we would not be there.
Oh, boy. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you for joining us today. We're obviously recording this on a Tuesday, so audio version-wise, you will hear it tomorrow. We're going to get the YouTube up as soon as possible. The clips out of that awesome interview with Marshall Faulk that we just had, we'll get the clips out, throw those social media, get the full interview and episode on YouTube as soon as we possibly can. But audio version, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, anywhere you can basically listen to your podcast, go check it out there. Once again, go check us out on Twitter at the Jaffos at _Jaffos AP. And then Prenator Bros Productions as well, Alpha PvP. Go to the Instagram for PvP_sports to get daily content and visuals out of there. Anything else, guys? Anything else to add?
No, man.
That's 6.
Colts need to start sucking.
Nope. You know, we them boys. We always gonna be them boys.
Okay, we can mute you again, Country K.
I mean, you gotta let them get it off. I mean, did they win a game?
Right.
Yeah, they won a game, right?
One.
We won
Against
one.
the Falcons. They might as well be 0-3.
Oh, I
But
forgot
it's like
they
that.
won
It's like
against the
the
Falcons.
preseason. You know, we got to.
Isn't it
The
because
first 3 is our preseason game, so you know it's all good from there.
Y'all play UTEP. You beat UTEP.
8-8.
Y'all beat
UTEP.
y'all beat UTEP, fam. Oh man,
Oh,
that's
shit.
crazy.
Ladies and
But
gentlemen,
no, as far as that, hold on. I
Go
get
ahead.
my point out.
Go ahead.
I was
Go
just
ahead.
talking shit. All right. I'm sorry. Just I needed that joke out. Anyway, yeah, man. I just want to say congratulations to my Bucks. Brady, you're doing well. And thank you, Marshall, for coming on. I had to get the Brady off, you know. Mike Evans, you're doing your thing. You're pretty much doing exactly what I said to Josh. The NFL and NBA is shaping out exactly what I said to Josh. I just wanted to gloat a little bit and let you know that I was right. My Miami, he's going to the finals. I said it would be Giannis, we're going to the finals. All right, that's all.
But they ain't finna beat them Lakers though.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you like this: if AD on that soft shit like he's been all playoffs, he's been having splashes and flashes in the pan, and he has 30-point games, but it's every other game. So if he keeps with this Amari Cooper shit, we gonna beat y'all. So
Nah.
This Amari Cooper shit. Oh shit. Oh, so yeah, ladies and gentlemen, go check us out. Those Twitter. Go to Marshall, his Twitter, Instagram, wherever it is you find him. Go follow him. He's a good follow. He's a great dude, obviously, as you guys just saw here. If you guys have any questions for him, go ask him a question or something like that. Maybe he'll give you a response or something. I don't know. But again, thank you, Marshall Faulk, for joining us, joining the Jaffos. We will see you guys on Friday. For myself, JP, for CJ and his dog Stella, for DJ Mad Sticks, Country K. We will see you guys on Friday. Later.
peace.